All right. Well, thanks. Thanks, Rod, for the introduction and to Tech Blick for the opportunity to be speaking here today. I'll start with a very brief introduction of Yole Group. We provide market and technology research, strategy consulting, reverse costing, engineering, and photonic module performance evaluations. Here's an example of a few reports covering the mini micro-LED space, and most of what you'll be hearing today comes from our new micro-LED report that came out a couple of weeks ago now. As I just mentioned, we also provide teardown, reverse costing analysis, as well as performance analysis, benchmarking of various devices, and that includes mini and micro-LED displays, of course. So here's an outline of what I'm going to discuss today. I will jump just right in with some insights on the current industry momentum. We estimate that so far the industry has cumulatively spent about $7 billion in micro-LED R&D at large companies, more than $2 billion in startup fundings, about 700 million in pilot lines, and more than 2 billion to start setting up volume production. So all that is bringing the cumulative effort so far to about 12 billion, to which you can add about 2 billion in M&A. So to give an idea, that's about maybe 1/10 of the cumulative capex for OLED manufacturing. So still small, but it shows that there's a significant momentum still. If we look closer at capex for volume manufacturing, you can see that more than 60% of the effort so far is related to Apple's smartwatch effort. For R&D, Apple alone is about 40% of the total. Looking at in terms of startup funding at more than $400 million, 2023 was a surprisingly good year for micro-LEDs in a fairly difficult environment for raising funds. So overall, we estimate that those numbers will increase to about 16 billion by 2025 and at least 21 billion by 27. In terms of supply chain, it's definitely shaping up. We're seeing major ecosystems emerging. Apple will be getting its micro-LEDs from Osram, the TFT backplane from LG, micro drivers likely from TSMC, and the assembly will be performed at LG, but using Apple-developed proprietary mass transfer technologies. Samsung is currently relying on planitride for its micro-LED chips, AUO for the TFT backplanes, and the assembly is done internally. I want to mention also that starting next year, planitride will start using Epistar as a chip foundry to serve its customers, including Samsung. AUO is now the single largest stakeholder in Enostar and the second largest in planitride if we include the stake owned by Epistar. In China, we're seeing most leading display makers aligning themselves with leading domestic LED makers. So BOE took control of HC Semitech, TCL is a joint venture with Sanan, not illustrated here, but iSense has taken over ChangeLight, Huawei has a common lab with NationStar, and just a couple of days ago, Tianma announced a partnership with Sanan. And there are many other ecosystems shaping up, but I won't go into the details. One exciting trend in the industry right now is definitely that we're starting finally to see some large companies committing to micro-LEDs and investing significant amounts to set up manufacturing infrastructures. So the elephant in the room is obviously Osram investing close to $1 billion in its 8-inch micro-LED fab for Apple. Epistar is building a 6-inch fab. BOE just spent $300 million to take control of HC Semitech, and the proceeds of this transaction is being used 100% to build a micro-LED fab. Sanan is investing about $2 billion in a mini/micro-LED industrial base with about $200 million earmarked for micro-LEDs. Aledia is currently bringing up equipment in its new fab. Jaybird Display completed its micro-display fab. AUO is starting manufacturing of smartwatch displays. Samsung that of micro-LED TVs. And V-Star started a $430 million project with the first $150 million phase scheduled to ramp in late 24.